Good morning. Today is May 5th, and your secret word is ice. Ice. I don't know if I've done that word before or not. So I realized in my last video that it was noisy, my last history video. So I turned off my air conditioner, or not my air conditioner, my fan. So hopefully that helps. The ceiling fan is still going and my AC may kick on at any moment, but you don't want me to die of heat. So, we'll live with it and hopefully you can hear me. So this is our next history lesson. Let's review. What is the name of the river between Washington and Oregon? Do you remember? Columbia River. Okay, 90% of the world's earthquakes are found where? The Pacific Rim of Fire. What are the names of the 3 volcanoes? Hopefully you were able to say them to me yesterday, or you're able to say them to me today for extra points. They are Mount St. Helens, Mauna Loa, and Kilauea. And what is the name of the tallest mountain in North America? Mount Denali in Alaska. Okay, the San Andreas Fault, this bit right here where the earth shifts, it follows this whole thing, was not created by a volcano. It was created by God. He does that with his creation. It's his. He can do whatever he wants with it. The Aurora Borealis is known as what? Are they northern or southern lights? They are northern. Where's the hottest place in the world? Well, not in the world, but well, yeah, on the entire planet. It was Death Valley, California. It certainly looks dead, but there are some living creatures. I see that. Death Valley. Okay, and I believe that this is a lesson that didn't have any more. Okay. This one, yesterday I said that you needed to remember the fruits that were famous for Washington and then the fruits that are famous for California. Do you remember the fruits that are famous for Washington? They are famous for their apples. And then over here, I forgot to mention yesterday where it was at. California leads the nation in the production of strawberries, olives, and kiwi fruit. Do you like any of those? Strawberries are pretty good, but especially when covered in chocolate, which Miss Kinley likes to get me for Valentine's Day. That's totally awesome. Okay, who was the first African-American president? President Obama. Let's see, where is Microsoft? The Microsoft company is in Washington, where Bill Gates is from. What are the books written by Beverly Cleary? They are Beezus and Ramona and Ribsy. What was the name of the man who worked with those with Hansen's disease? Father Damien. And what is Hansen's disease? It is leprosy. What is the name of the first full-length animated movie or musical? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Who created Mickey Mouse? Well, that's a tough one. Walt Disney. All right, today's lesson, products and services. This region has many factories and businesses, including tourism. Commercial. Commercial is used for the public and not the military. Installed. Put into place or connected. Reservations. That's when you make plans ahead of time to stay at a hotel or a restaurant. Tourism, the act of traveling, of being a tourist, right? The tourism industry is important to the Pacific States region. Millions of tourists from around the United States and the world come to California to go on vacation. They travel to Northern California to visit San Francisco and the giant Sequoia Forest. Now, this is amazing. This is the Sequoia Forest. Okay, do you see that tree? Do you realize that people are like down here on that tree? That is an amazing tree. A bunch of these started growing after the flood. I mean, they're like the oldest living things on our earth. That is wild. In Southern California, they enjoy the mild temperatures and ocean views. While in Southern California, some people visit Hollywood, where many movies and television shows are made. People take tours behind the scenes of their favorite movies and television shows. Other tourists fly to Hawaii throughout the year because of the warm temperatures. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, come back. Because of its warm temperatures and beautiful scenery. People enjoy relaxing on the beaches and viewing the tropical scenery. The volcanoes in Hawaii also attract visitors. Alaska is a frequent destination for cruise ships. In Alaska, people can view wildlife that they may not otherwise see. Bald eagles, a symbol of the United States, soar in the Alaskan skies. Polar bears, grizzly bears, musk oxen, and caribou make their homes in Alaska's wilderness. Seals and whales swim in Alaska's waters. That would be really neat to see. What place would you like to go to so far in the United States? I mean, we spent a lot of time last year, for those who were here last year, talking about other countries, but this has been very interesting to learn about the different states. There's so many beautiful things to see, so many interesting things. The tourism industry employs many people. Some work in hotels, assisting visitors. Hotel employees help with making reservations, giving directions, and cleaning rooms. Other people work in restaurants preparing and serving food for the many visitors. In amusement parks, people run and maintain rides. They also work as ticket sellers and park cleaners. The tourism industry employs many people throughout the Pacific states. Okay, look at that. The musk ox, it's perfect the way God had their fur grow. So many neat things. I know my brother's really into wolves. Aren't you too, Emma? I can't remember. Somebody is. They're really cool. All right, next section. Planes. You know, my brother used to want to be a pilot. The Pacific states are home to numerous aircraft builders. These include Lockheed Martin in Washington, Northrop Grumman in California, and Boeing in Washington. Boeing Aircraft has its core headquarters outside of Seattle, Washington. Boeing is the second largest commercial aircraft maker in the world. Only Airbus in Europe is larger. Boeing's large 747 planes make long flights across the country and between continents. Have you guys ever been on a Boeing 747? I have never even been on a regular or on any airplane. But my goodness, the 747 is 6 stories tall and has over 6 million parts. 45 medium-sized cars could park on each wing. The airplane can seat over 500 passengers. You need to know these last two things. You need to know that 45, that's crazy. On its wing, you could set 45 medium-sized cars. That's wild. On its wing. The airplane can seat over 500 passengers. 500 is a lot of people. Many people are needed to build an airplane from start to finish. Engineers design the airplane. Some work on designing just the wings or engines. Others work on designing the interior of the plane. Electricians make sure the plane's wiring is installed correctly. They want to make sure all of the switches and buttons work. Still, other people are needed to build the plane. Construction workers put the various parts of the machine together. They attach the wings, engines, and other parts of the plane. Pilots are also an important part of the process. They test the various systems on the plane to make sure they work correctly. Finally, they take the new planes out on test flights. As you can see, many people are needed to construct an airplane. Boeing employs over 70,000 people in Washington and 150,000 people worldwide. There's an aircraft inspector. I'm awfully glad airplanes get inspected. It's what keeps us safe. Well, that and the Lord, of course. Let's see, we need to know Washington is the largest producer of apples. You need to know one of the presidents was the first African-American that was president of the United States. You remember which one? I certainly hope you do, because it wasn't very long ago, Barack Obama. The computer industries, do you remember where Microsoft is? Microsoft is in Washington. Okay, the 747. Do you remember how many cars can park on the wing? Was it 45? And how many passengers? 500 passengers. Let's see if it was 45 cars. 45 cars and 500 passengers. All right, did I give you your secret word? I did, didn't I? It's ice. And I'm trying to hit stop so I can stop recording, and my mouse is not cooperating. All right, I'll see you guys later.